What's up, it's Gems. Take a second and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And I want to play a video for you guys that came off Twitter. And it is Leolah Brown, who is Bobby Brown's sister. She's been talking for years about how she believes Whitney was murdered, and also as well as Bobby Christina. And she's even telling who she believes is responsible for it. So I'm going to play this based on fair use, and then I'll follow up with my commentary.
Okay, now let's start with, matter of fact, no, let's start with Whitney. We're going to start with Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston's body told anybody upon looking at it that it was foul play. Okay, don't get it twisted. No, Whitney Houston, I counted at least 10 gashes in her chest alone. She had marks up and down her legs. Her fingernails were chipped. Her face was busted out. It was blown up. Yes, as if somebody was punching her in the face. Whitney Houston fought for her life. Yes, she did. Excuse me, let me have a drink of water. Whitney fought for her life. Whitney had skin taken off her back. There was so many things wrong with Whitney's body. I mean, it told anybody. And like I said, her security, Ray, told me that room, Whitney's room, looked like a tornado hit it. So it was a fight. It was a struggle. Okay? Yes, it was. Pat knew this. Gary knew this. But they also did something else. When before the authorities got there to the hospital with Whitney, Pat and Gary staged the scene. Yes, I have an eyewitness that was there that watched them go in and out of the room after Whitney's body laid there, and they were taking things out from one room to the next. Pat and Gary did this. So Whitney's body definitely denoted that there was foul play. Okay? All of her bruises told us what happened in that room. Whitney fought for her life. There was no drugs in her system. The coroner report states that. There was no drugs in Whitney Houston's system. Okay? So let's stop saying that she died of an overdose. I'm sick of seeing that in the media. That's not the case with Whitney. No, she didn't have any drugs in her system. Bobby Christina was beaten in her living room. Go and look at the police report. Bobby Christina was beaten in her living room by Nick Gordon. He beat her down with Danielle in her condo, Max Lomas, and Danielle. What's Danielle's last name? I got it coming out in the book, but that's okay. Danielle, who was somebody that Chrissy was not even friends with anymore. Okay, so what was she doing in my niece's house? Yeah, we're talking about all this in the book. Nick beat Chrissy down into like a fetal position. She was screaming and crying, asking him why was he doing this to her, because she didn't know. But it was a setup. It was a setup. Yes, Nick was told not to let her go out of that house and to do whatever it was he got paid to do that for, okay? Yeah, that's the deal. Nick Gordon was not somebody that grew up with Bobby Christina either. No, he was not. He did not grow up with her. Nobody never met him. Bobby, my brother, never met Nick. Okay, Nick was brought into the picture after Bobby and Whitney's divorce. Okay, so right before Whitney was murdered, Nick was brought into the picture. Okay, and if you ask me who would bring him in, I would tell you Pat Houston. Yes, she set everything up. Okay, we're going to talk today. We're going to talk. I'm going to talk to you because it's obvious that Pat brought him in. And when Nick did that to Bobby Christina and she was rushed to the hospital, because after he beat her and drug her up them steps, he shot her up with something and threw her in the bathtub. and knocked her teeth out of her mouth. Yes, my sister Tina's here with me right now.
Hitting every step.
Reminding me of things. Okay, so yes, Nick did all that. Also, I was getting ready to say something. After Nick did all that to Bobby Christina, he was on, I wanted to get his story. So my nephew, Gerard Brown, called him, and he was on a tape. He said, when Gerard, and I had 10 people in my living room. Some of Whitney's family was there, and the Browns were there, and some of my friends. So there are plenty witnesses. They all heard Nick on the tape. Gerard is on the phone with him. And he asked, what happened? Tell me what happened. How did Chrissy end up in the bathtub? And he just went to talking all hysterical, and he was scared. He said, I'm not going down for this. I'm not going down for this. He said, I'm not going down for this one. He said, I saved Pat with Whitney. I'm not going down for Chrissy, because I already saved Pat with Whitney. So what did he save you for, Pat? How did he save you? How did he save you, huh? Is that why he's not living right now? I don't know. Talk to me. Because Nick is no longer here to tell the story. Okay?
Told it wrong anyway.
So we're going to keep this real. We're going to keep this real. All right? And I'm going to say this. I hope that you all don't think that I'm talking with anger right now. I'm just being passionate about this because I am so tired of seeing the media talk about Whitney Houston.
Well, that was Leolah Brown, Bobby Brown's sister. What do you think? Do you think she's telling the truth? If nothing else, she has definitely been consistent in staying the course in what she's been saying since 2015, 2014, ever since Whitney passed. And then when Bobby Christina passed, she was saying the same thing about her tragic and mysterious death as well. So let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, peace.